So my name is Samphe Dorje Lhalungpa. I'm the son of Lobsang Lhalungpa, who came from Lhasa, Tibet, to India in 1947 on Tibet government duty. I was the government civil servant in Canada, and also I worked for UNICEF for about 24 years overseas. We Tibetans are not and do not consider ourselves integral to China. And in fact, we had been independent from 1911 to 1951. We were completely independent. Repression and keeping us quiet overseas is a very important part. It's not incidental. They see it as a very critical part of the way they manage the issues and the way they manage Tibet. If you want to go see your relatives in Tibet, then you should not protest. You should not make a public statements, So those of us who are active in the public sphere, we know we will never be able to go and see our relatives. And in the instances that they do get a visa, it's conditional on silence, on not participating in the democratic process, on not saying things publicly. If you are silent, if you don't exercise your democratic rights, we'll give you the little gift of allowing you to come and see your grandparents or whatever. I never saw my grandfather. My children will not see their great-granduncles and things, and so on. So you break that link. We know that we are surveilled here. When I became chairperson of this tiny organization, that summer, guys with backpacks would come and walk past my house and take pictures. It's semi-overt because they're also sending you a message. We know where you live and we know what you do. The government of Canada sanctioned 8 or 9 Chinese officials. So as a response, they reached out and sanctioned 20 people and organizations. And the Uyghur Rights Group was one of them. I think 7 of their folks, 5 of us from the small, tiny advocacy organization, the Canada Tibet Committee. The best way forward is for Canada and like-minded countries have to come together on a common platform for this. Then I think Communist Party China might take some note and modify some behaviors. It's also about advancing a way of managing in the world and managing conflict, and then coming out at the other end in a less conflicted state. So I'm actually asking more for Canada than just say a resolution here and a resolution there, but to take it up as an issue that might resonate and be a way forward for other disputes. Our universities are now very vulnerable because for a variety of reasons, we have a lot of overseas students, a lot of them from China. In the old days, when His Holiness came to Canada, he could go to a university and he would be welcomed and, talk to the young people and make present, be there. I think today that in many, many universities, that would not be possible because many of these are government scholarships, and the PRC says openly, if X happens, we're going to withdraw our students. Now, if they withdraw 1,500 to 2,000 students for paying the full overseas fee, that's huge. So the administrations are, of course, very risk-averse that way, and they're not going to create a situation in which that happens. That means that a public figure who has a message of peace, of tolerance, is denied a space. By and large, Tibetans are not reflexively anti-Chinese. We go to their shops, we share food and things with them. Where there is differential points of view is about who we are and who they are, and how we might be able to, live with mutual respect together. So that mutuality we have to practice in ourselves. I mean, of course, there's anger, we've paid a terrible price for it. But by and large, I find Tibetans are not consumed with hatred. Yeah, We want justice, but we also want justice in a way without persecuting the other. It's a very complex thing. I think it's that whole area around reconciliation, or we're in Canada. We're going through that now with our First Nations. As we sort of work out the complex shifts in how we all treat our work with each other. But part of that shift is the larger macro shift, and how we view the world and our place in it.